Oh, I got this man sitting right here next to me, four-time NZNBL champion, and of course, born in Port Jefferson, New York. Casey Frank, good evening.
Well, just like all the best ones, I'm happy to be down here a little further south than my place of birth.
Absolutely, a little further south. But the good news is lovely weather down here today in Dunedin. It's been a ripper. And these two teams, when they come together, look out.
Well, there's certainly some regional rivalry in, but it's friendly until one team starts beating the other a few times. Now, the Otago Nuggets have jumped in the championship conversation last year. Southland Sharks are trying to get back into it.
Well, of course, there's those two banners for the Nuggets, the 2022 champions. Let's have a look at the results so far in round two. And boy, oh boy, has it been exciting. Of course, we go back to Thursday night, the Bulls on the road, and what a road win it was against the Saints Airs. Everything did not go well for them on Friday night, but stay tuned. The Bulls get the Giants to make the double, and how about the Airs last night? What a thriller.
We've been a controversy, but we won't talk about that. We'll just talk about a beautiful Azor shot to finish the game and send the Hawks home disappointed on their home opener.
What controversy? Rams and the Jets. We've just seen that one. How about the Jets?
Well, impressive performance. They were close last week, and now we see this is a tough, physical team with a lot of scoring with their imports in.
Just incredible, hey, and those imports have come in, and they have made an immediate difference for the Jets. Nuggets and Sharks coming up shortly. And of course, this is how the ladder now looks in the NZNBL ahead of tonight's game.
Yeah, you look, not a lot of difference between the top and the bottom of the Tuatara. The lone undefeated team. The Hawks have come back to the pack. The Bulls, they've gotten themselves up towards the top, playing really well. Sharks, Nuggets, Ram rounding out the top six, but you look at that bottom four, there is some talent in there, and I'm not sure those four teams are going to stay there all season long.
Well, the big news out of this round, Case, so far is the Jets and the Airs with their first wins, and they're on the move.
As you do, you expect them to be so. High-quality talent, high-quality coaches. They've built the foundation, and now they're trying to lift the level of wins.
And, of course, Nuggets and the Sharks coming up tonight. And welcome into all of our viewers across Sky Sport. Nuggets and Sharks tonight, the Southern Stoush. It is an absolute beauty. We look forward to this every season. And we are just lucky, Casey Frank, that it is coming up in round two.
Always good to get a first row seat for it. Going to be a quality game between two teams. The Nuggets, who beat the same team the Sharks did, weren't quite firing on all cylinders. Under 40% shooting, they need to be a bit better than that today.
Here's the starters for the Sharks: Kendall, Lusongiape, Burton, Anticevic, and Gill. They are at full strength. Guy Malloy is the coach. Casey's with him right now.
Coach, excellent first win and your first hit out, but you're coming up against the defending champs tonight who struggle a little bit from the field, but what do you expect from them in game two?
Well, look, they're the defending champs, so we're expecting a tough game in all aspects. I suppose I'm a little bit more concerned with a 9-day break between our first game and this one. So when you start the season, you get that first game under your belt, you kind of want to keep playing. So I think that our issue has been how do we structure training through this week and making sure we haven't overtrained. So it could be an interesting start.
Speaking of overtraining, looking at your own thing, Jeremy Kendall really did run the ship really nicely there. But when you look at your offense, were there any concerning points that you'd like to try and get straightened out here for game two?
Look, I don't think so. It's a habit-building exercise, and so I was pretty pleased with how we moved the basketball and how we kept our turnovers low, and I think that'll be a key tonight as well.
Thank you for the time, Coach. Good luck.
Well, Casey, one player that I think just fits Guy Malloy's structure really, really well is Jeremy Kendall, and how good was he in the opening round?
He was fantastic running the show, just like a maestro. You see the scoring, that was good, but it was the way he set everybody up, which was even better. 8 assists, 9 rebounds, just short of the triple-double, but look at that field goal percentage thanks to the TAB for those stats.
Let's have a look at the home team, the Nuggets starters tonight. They also beat the Jets last week. It was a lot closer than some expected. They got home by 1. Ja'Cory McLaughlin, Michael Harris, Todd Withers, Robbie Coleman, the young forward, getting some minutes, and slamming Sam Timmins. That's the starters for the Nuggets. Brent Matahari is the coach. Here he is with Casey.
Coach, and good first hit out against the Manawatu Jets, but a few problems to iron out. Looking at that game, what were you most looking to fix in this week of training?
Look, I think the fact we shot 32.4% was a major issue. I think I'm trying to work it out whether it was a league record to win a game and shoot that low. But obviously, you know, we were really happy to the way we played defence. So accentuate the positive, come out and play the same type of intense defence against this great Sharks team, and yeah, try and throw the ball in the hoop a couple of times.
Sharks team led by Jeremy Kendall and Grant Anticevich, who both played really well for imports. When you're looking at the Shark squad, what do you think is most important to slow down to try and get this victory?
Well, I think you missed Gill as well. Like, I mean, he's a weapon around the basket, both offensively and defensively. Really important that we, you know, take him out, basically roll into the basket, keep him away on offensive rebounds and so on. And, you know, obviously we're going to try and do a great job running Anticevich off the three-point line and, yeah, try and find something that works against Kendall.
Thanks for the time, Coach. Good luck today.
Well, we know the class of Todd Withers, Casey, awesome in season 2022. 17 points last week in the opener. He's a great two-way player. Best defender for me in the Sal's NBL.
Yeah, despite being left off the ballot a season ago. You see those two steals. What's impressive is they both led to immediate dunks on the other end. He can turn defense into offense instantly, and if he's shooting 50%, this team becomes very difficult to defeat.
Let's have a look at the TAB head-to-head for this one tonight. The Southern Stoush leaders from last week. Offensive rebounds, big for the Nuggets. The three-point percentage I'm a little bit worried about.
And that's what I'm looking at today. You see the scoring from both teams, but it's that three-point percentage. The team that's able to get it up into those mid-30s today, that's who's going to get the victory. It's all about getting some efficiency from deep.
Official stats partner of the Sal's NBL, the TAB. Our officials for this one tonight. It is the Sunday session, the Sal's NBL. Matt Bathurst looking after proceedings along with Duran Fiu and Sam Pan. Not far away from a start. Good crowd coming in here to the Edgar Centre to complete what has been an exciting second round of the competition. If you've just joined us, a thriller this afternoon. The Jets on the road getting their opening win of the season, taking down the Rams, no less, 90-86.
An impressive fashion. At times completely controlling that game with a trio of imports who certainly delivered. Danny Pippen at it again, despite a huge day from Ty Wynyard of 35 points.
There's big Romaro Gill, 218 centimetres. That's his matchup. He's going up against Slamming Sam Timmins, the two big centres tonight, and that'll be a good battle.
It certainly will. They got a lot of size. Sam Timmins, he's got to take it straight to Romaro Gill and that shot blocking ability. Gill, on the other hand, he's got to catch the ball, finish high. Looked really good off the lob in the pick and roll last week, looking to replicate that success today.
League leader for blocks last season, 2.9 per game. Out of Seton Hall University. And believe it or not, Big Romaro also very good in his younger years at cricket, volleyball and football. There you go.
Well, that's a lot of things to be good at for a 7-footer.
Making one youngster's day. We are set for a start. A tip, Casey?
A tip? I'm going Sharks. That's what I'm thinking today, despite the Nuggies being defending champions.
Set to go. Looking forward to this one. The Southern Stoush is underway, and it will be the Sharks to get first possession.
You see the matchup, Todd Withers on Jeremy Kendall. That is really going to limit the efficiency and the ability of Kendall to get to the cup.
Lisongi Ape takes it from Gill, pulls up the dribble into the corner. Kendall opening shot is good.
Oh, wow, that's a really nice find by Drew Lisongi Ape. If he can space out, that's Jeremy Kendall with Todd Withers. That's going to take away Todd Withers' help side defense and really affect the Nuggets' ability to defend in the half court.
Sharks swimming hard early in this one. Nuggets with their first look. Harris up, Timmins knocked away. Good hands by Lisongi Ape. Back come the Sharks.
Play on both ends for Lisongi Ape. Love to see it from the young fella.
Romaro Gill, short corner, lofts it up, can't put it home.
Just led Gill away from the basket instead of two. A pass to the other arm might have made an easier finish.
Corey McLaughlin, sweet shot from the TAB.
Yeah, important for him to get off to a good start amongst those that struggled in shooting a week ago.
Anticevich, the Australian, just had a season with Southeast Melbourne Phoenix. That one has been passed directly to some lucky family in the crowd tonight.
Yeah, it's always good to get a touch, warm up a little bit, so you might be available for a jump shot later. Sharks
out by one early stages of this one. Big battle expected here in Dunedin tonight. Here's McLaughlin for three.
Well, a sudden change from where it was a week ago. where he shot 3 for 11. He has found the range early, 2 for 2 quick.
Gives the Nuggets the lead. Anticevich up fake, pulls it up, and sweet shot. Both ends of the floor at the moment. They have come out firing.
You heard Coach Brent Matahade say in pregame he wants to run Anticevich off the three-point line. He didn't shoot the ball great from 3 last week, so I'd probably try and make him make a couple before I started forcing him off it.
Timmins to McLaughlin. Tries to free up some space for his point guard. Here's Harris on the wing.
You just see how deliberate Southland is with the ball. They take advantage of the run when they have it. As that shot there.
Burton firing away. Opened the season last year with 8 triples against the Saints. Here's Withers. First shot for him is good. Todd Withers.
Nice screen by Robbie Coleman, giving him that space. And Jimmy Kendall, he was more worried about the drive. If Withers is hitting the 3 consistently, really changes the geometry of the court.
Anticevich. He fires away from deep. Battle underneath. Romaro Gill had it, lost it. Robbie Coleman, good work.
Yeah, Gill brought it too low. That's a no-no for the big 7-footers as Drew Lasonge gets a foul on McLaughlin at half court.
And Robbie Coleman last year averaged 7.8 minutes a game, Casey. Last week, starting for the Nuggets, as he is tonight, had 28 minutes on the floor.
Well, this is my biggest question for the Otago Nuggets. And that was who was going to become that new key. They've lost Nico. They need to find somebody to get those minutes in around the imports in St. Timmins.
McLaughlin comes up with fresh air. Sharks down by 3. Anticevich had a very good start to life in the Cells NBL last week. Kendall, he knows all about life in the Cells NBL. On the drive, just dumps it into Gill too quick.
Well, that's a beautiful pass. Gill's got to come up with that one right in the breadbasket.
Harris, inside, outside, Coleman, back of the iron.
Kendall gets a rebound after getting hit with a big screen, but starts transition anyway.
Kendall waits for the troops to arrive. Fancy footwork around Harris, just held it up nicely. Probably should have put that one away.
He should have, but Romaro Gill should have been locked into the ball, would have had an easy putback. Instead, he started running back early.
Withers, 2 from 2, no. Coleman keeps it alive. Good offensive board for the young man.
I'm going straight to Sam Timmins. Gill looks tired.
Dumps it off, Timmins. Gill with the block, though, as Coleman charged to the basket on the take.
Sam Timmins, such an unselfish player as Johnny Sione Hindu checks into the game, but then we take a look at the Gill block. That is 7-1 a length. You're going to have to get that little floater over, Robbie Coleman. Not the easiest task as Gill checks out. He's looking a little winded.
Certainly
already
is.
In this one.
Jack Andrew comes in for Robbie Coleman.
Jack Andrews a guy that I would expect to get some more playing time this year. Off a developmental contract in Perth. Not a lot of playing time in game 1, but he is a guy who can really affect the game.
Out of St. Kevin's College, of course, in Oamaru. Shot clock ticking down. And some confusion there for the Nuggets. They turn it over.
That's what happens when you've been playing together for about 10 days. You're not quite sure what the fake is and what the hard cut is, but as a big talking to guards out there, never fake a cut. Just go with it. And we're expecting it. We're not good at the switcheroo.
Here's Hilu. Inside Burton, surrounded by blue singlets. Great up fake by Kendall. Has a second look. Hilu keeps it alive. Did well in the end. And that's come off a couple of sets of hands.
Well, I thought it was blocked by Sam Timmins after it went off the face.
Good to see young Ben Hall getting some early burn as well for the Sharks, the 23-year-old. In ball, big block, Withers.
I thought that should have been good. Looked like it hit the glass first, but Withers left no doubt about it going down the rim.
He's a hard man, Todd Withers. Inside, good setup for the Nuggets there. Timmins finishing off the glass.
I like it when Sam Timmins finishes like that. Catches it high, finishes high, doesn't mess around with it to give it to the guards.
Here's Kendall, loose pass, picked off by Harris, quickly, up the floor, and a good play there for the Nuggets. McLaughlin on the run.
Well, this is a much more engaged Otago Nuggets team that we're seeing here in the first half of the first quarter. The Southland Sharks a little bit sloppy with the basketball. Already 4 turnovers and just over 5 minutes, not where you want to be at this point in the game, and it's leading to easy buckets the other way. Otago, not great shooting the ball a week ago, down to 32%. Well, already 5 for 10 in this one, and 2 for 6 from deep. A huge pickup from their efficiency a week ago.
Testicular cancer is the most common cancer amongst young men aged 18 to 39. Each year in New Zealand, 175 men are diagnosed with the disease and 8 will die from it. But it's one of the most treatable forms of cancer, and if detected early, there is a 95% survival rate. The first step is easy. On a monthly basis, have a quick fondle. Scan the code on the top right of your screen now and use the Snapchat filter to visually fondle anything round. Then look out for the reminder message to go and fondle your own. Remember, check yourself at least once a month, because offense is the best defense. Really important message, Case.
Certainly is. I will remember that messaging about fondling and stick to it.
I'll remind you every month.
Well, that's going to get weird, so please don't.
Nuggets leading this one by 7. Brent Matahari will be happy with what he's seen so far. Your thoughts, Casey Frank?
Well, it's just a much more engaged team, as I mentioned before the break. You know, they're locked in offensively. They're playing with a higher level of efficiency. And the Sharks, they're getting the ball in places where the guys don't want to get it. There we see a poor pass from Kendall. He's got to know who he's passing to. Lamaro Gill is not a guy you want to feed play after play after play. He's got to have easy finishes right underneath. Right now, that help side's coming, and we've got guards for the Sharks coming to the dots, and they're having trouble finishing over Withers, finishing over Sam Timmons.
Here's McLaughlin, 7 points early in this one tonight. Import point guard for the Nuggets. Aitchison, 2-time champion. And that pass is loose. Misses everything. The Nuggets pleading their case for a deflection, but it will be a Sharks ball.
Yeah, from the angle we saw, it was tough to pick up any deflection. So the Sharks, they'll take it. 5 turnovers of their own. Well, they just forced the 3rd against the Nuggets.
Here's Kendall right there with him. Withers putting the pressure on, as he always does. Corner ball now. Hilu misses. Rebound. Withers. Oh, good hands. Alonzo Burton, look out. This will be big for the Sharks.
Well, that's a huge play, as you mentioned. That quick steal, as Withers was a little lackadaisical with the pass, and instant offense comes back. You mentioned first game last year, he had 8 threes. Well, that's a good start for him today.
Well, we know just how good he can be from range, Alonzo Burton. He's been doing it for years. Of course, the son of the legendary Willie Burton. Speaking of downtown, Michael Harris has just shot that from the car park.
And the Southland Sharks are being really aggressive defensively. I should be a bit more passive.
Kendall closed down. Here he is again. Oh, Alonzo Burton, if you don't mind, back-to-back.
Back-to-back with Todd Withers trailing as well. Those are big shots to close the gap to just 1.
Danger signs there for the Nuggets. That one in and out. McLaughlin. Keep an eye on Burton again here. The Sharks will know it. Kendall will know it.
The Nuggets found so much success moving the basketball. Haven't moved in the last couple possessions, and the offense has gotten stagnant.
Kendall using Gill, switches it out. Hall, great drive on the baseline, finishes it off. Nice finger roll from Ben Hall.
I think he was surprised he was so wide open.
Sharks lead it by 1.
Quick shots again for the Nuggets. Need to be a bit more patient in the half court.
Good defense there from Withers, holding the charging Ben Hall up. Sharks reset. Kendall doesn't use the screen. Foul call.
So smart.
Wow.
So smart. That was always going to be a pass to the corner to Alonzo Burton. He was holding it for that, but he felt the contact, heard the whistle, and instead of going with the pass, he knows, well, just flick it up. You never know what's going to happen. A veteran leader who is going to mean so much to this Shark squad this season. As we take another look at that fast break steal. Zoe Burton steals it, lets it fly right afterwards. Nothing but tickling the twine.
Well, Jeremy Kendall converts from the TAB. He was last in the Cells NBL, Casey, in 2021. Played 3 games with the Aucklanders to start that season. 22 points and 8 assists. Led them to 3 straight wins.
Yeah, he was tremendous in that line. So tremendous that I'm sure the Huskies at the time were really inclined to try and sign him, but he had other contractual obligations. But now he's back for us to enjoy.
McLaughlin into Timmins. Big Sam against Big Romaro. The battle of the tall timber. And the Sharks win out on this occasion.
I'd like to see Sam Timmins use his quickness, turn and face. If he's just trying to go through the chest, that length from Gill is always going to be a problem.
Romaro sends it back out. Lusongiape. Matt Bardsley in the way, and Matt Bardsley rewarded for the defense.
Well, the extension of that arm by Drew Lusongiape on that one is what got that whistle for him. Had he not got a little out of control and just push Bardsley off to find a little bit of space, he could have gotten away with it. Instead, Bardsley took that foul well, taking another look at it. You see right here, he just, that little shoulder there. Bardsley sells it well, and we're going the other way.
14 points against the Jets in round one through Leo Lusongiape. Here's McLaughlin, he's been busy in this opening quarter. Sam Timmins can't get the roll. Cowie into the corner. Hilu with that quick step. Speaking of quick steps, Lusongiape, and again, Big Romaro, the target, fumbles.
The Sharks are trying to get him the ball, but he's going to have to convert some of these catches at a higher rate.
Darcy Knox here now. Uses the body of Timmins, goes searching, goes over the top of Romaro Gill. How about that from Darcy Knox?
Well, Romaro Gill was not really concerned with Knox. He was more concerned with Timmins rolling. That's where his eye was. Because of that, hand down, man down, Darcy Knox for two.
Played 10 minutes last week, did not score. So that's his opening basket of the season, Darcy Knox. Came at a good time. Margin back to two. Here's Tom Cowie. Finds an open Lusongiape. He can't finish. Sam Timmins quickly. Withers on the move. Has Cowie in front of him. Breezes past him. Draws the foul. As Withers says hello to the locals here in Dunedin.
Solid foul by Tom Cowie there. Just enough contact. He was really caught in between minds. Had Todd Withers been a bit more aggressive on the rim, could have been an end one opportunity. Instead, to the baseline we go.
Fairly versatile, our Sky Sport crew. You know that, don't you?
Very good. A lot of skill out there.
And he's almost been collected, our cameraman, on his birthday, I believe. So happy birthday from Todd Withers. Here's McLaughlin. What an opening quarter he's had. Oh, 10 in the quarter case.
And Tisovic just needs to do a better job pressuring the ball there, because Ja'Cory McLaughlin looks like he's locked in right now. That basket's looking big.
Kendall, basket for basket, no. Bardsley, rebound, he's got runners. He missed McLaughlin to the left. Now he finds him wide open. Yes!
Back-to-back triples. That's what you want to do to close the quarter, as Bardsley with the behind-the-back dribble, finding him on the wing. 13 points in the opening 10.
And just like that, the Nuggets out by 4. What a run here. Dying seconds. First quarter. Southern Stoush and Tisovic can't finish. Loose ball, maybe a late shot here for the Nuggets. No.
Protected the percentage.
Great opening quarter here. These two, they love a battle. No love lost. And at quarter time, the Nuggets lead this one by 4. Don't go away. to Dunedin, Sunday session in the NZNBL, and the Nuggets have it by 4 at quarter time. Good crowd in attendance here, and no doubt they'd love a little bit of this. I'm dribbling as I look at it. Sal's Pizza, there's the online code. Dribble, available through to Wednesday, 26th of April. The large cup pepperoni. I know it's one of your favourites. Casey Frank.
Pepperoni or nothing. How many Sal's can you eat at once? How many pieces?
Oh, hang on. Is this a test?
I'm just wondering.
I can do one. How many can you do?
Well, when they first opened, I used to order 2 pizzas at a time. But I'm not training anymore, so I go a little less.
Right,
just one pizza at a time.
Yeah, entertaining stuff, folks, I know. Otago leading this one by 4. Let's head down to Sharks coach Guy Malloy, who joins us. And Guy, it was all good for about 8 minutes, but the Nuggets finished strong.
Yeah, well, you're just trying to set up how you want the game to go. I was really disappointed how we threw the ball away. I was kind of worried that we'd had a long break between games and would be a little bit rusty with that, and that proved to be the case. So we've got to look after the ball if we want to have a chance to win it. And you know, those sorts of plays are exactly what I mean.
It seems there's been a concerted effort today to get the ball into Gill. Is that something that you guys wanted to work on, try and get the Nuggets in foul trouble?
Yeah, well, deep paint catches, Casey, for sure, but I'm not pleased that when the ball comes out of there, we're very terminal. We've got to continue to move the ball around and find a better option.
Hey, appreciate your time, Guy. Always good of our coaches to join us during what is all business for them. Guy Malloy there, the coach of the Southland Sharks. His team in possession at the moment. Jeremy Kendall, a little bit deep, kept alive by Burton. They'll restart. On the drive, Kendall again, pulls it up, floats it in. Good basket there for the Sharks.
Well, he jab steps off to fake the Gill screen, and that takes Simmons out of the paint. He knows it. He gets to its spot and finishes well. Opening
points of this second quarter. Harris and Timmins working together. Timmins goes it alone, lofts it up, draws the foul. He's off to the TAB.
Well, Gill knew he was on and out of position on that one, so he just went with the hack. Would have been a difficult shot had Gill just contested normally with that length, but instead he brings that arm down and sends Timmins to the TAB for 2.
And of course, official stats partner of the NZNBL, the TAB, Ja'Cory McLaughlin, 13 points in the game in that opening quarter for the Nuggets. Jeremy Kendall has 8 now for the Sharks.
And for McLaughlin, 3 for 5 from deep. That is what is so important. A week ago, the Nuggets couldn't buy a bucket from deep. They could not hit anything from anywhere, and actually had only shot 4 for 24, so the percentage is much improved today.
Here's Anticevic. Timmins dropping a shot from the line. Jeremy Kendall back-to-back for the Sharks.
Just so under control. If you give him an angle, he is going to squeeze his way through it. Going to have to take 2 defenders to force him out of the paint for the majority of the game.
Another tight one in the NBL at the moment. We've seen plenty of them in the opening 2 rounds. Oh, Darcy Knox under pressure, chipping in. Burton, another steal for him. Lasongiape dumps it off for Romaro, who dumps it home.
Well, the guards have been trying to feed the big fella, and finally he gets to eat. Nice steal by Zoe Burton. Great dish by Drew Lasongiape.
And Sharks back in front now. Harris, a sea of orange in front of him. Coleman gets it back. Shot clock at 10. Bardsley inside. Timmins does enough to get it over Romaro.
A difficult finger roll in a lot in the midst of many players. Gets the kiss off the glass to regain the lead.
Lasongiape, foul there, Robbie Coleman. No doubt about that. Drew Leo trying to get himself going tonight. We know how exciting he can be. GJ Gardner-Holmes replay. There's that big flush from Romaro Gill.
And a much better delivered pass. It was a bounce pass, but it came up high into the breadbasket. These big fellas, they don't want to go down low for the ball. It has to come up above their waist. Perfectly presented by Drew Lasongiape there. Leads to the finish.
Kendall looking to reset, lay the table. This time he finds Romaro. Just can't get that finish though. Here's Withers back the other way, under some pressure, into the corner. Coleman. Through hands, it ends up with Timmins. Some space. Finds McLaughlin. Another three, not on this occasion.
Let off the hook there, Ramon Gill. So low, that's an easy look for McLaughlin. Doesn't make that one though.
Just the 2 points in the game for Grant Anticevic at the moment.
Robbie Coleman with the foul there. Caught a little bit out of position. Picks up his second in 3 possessions. Might have a sub coming his way soon. And it does as Josh Aitchison jumps back into the fray.
Grant Anticevic, 23 points, 12 rebounds in the opening week against the Jets. Also 3 steals, 2 blocks, 139 games with the University of Berkeley of California. He is one to watch. He's been well held so far tonight, though. Kendall, the 3. Why not? Jeremy Kendall.
Not a lot of trickery to that play. Solid screen by Anticevic and a wide open look that Kendall nails. 13 points for him now on 5 for 9 from the field, 2 for 5 from deep.
Good setup here for the Nuggets. Not rewarded as McLaughlin.
Lonzo Burton really eating up the glass. That is his 5th rebound of the game already.
Kendall goes again. Sends it into the corner. And why not? Benny Hall with the 3. What a setup there from Jeremy Kendall, who is absolutely everywhere at the moment.
Well, they tell you not to jump to pass, but they don't tell you that when you're as good as Jeremy Kendall, because he came off that screen, went into the jump shot, drawing that defender out of the corner. And that gave him the opportunity to dish it to Ben Hall, who gets the finish for his 5th point of the ballgame.
Sharks out by 5. Here's Brent Matahari.
And attacking the basketball, yeah, I'll tell you what, the shots have been great. They're just not dropping right now. They will. All right, we've got to keep going with that. But tell you what, though, we've got the opportunity to go and crash boards, right? Because we're playing those 2 in drops. Guys, making sure you're digging in. If you're in corners and you see the ball go up, we're running through the keyway to get those tips. People are working hard getting here. Look, too many times when we're in man, all right, they're coming up to screen and we're getting rejected, all right? We'll lock in on that hip there. I know he's shifty and stuff like that, but lock in, force him to the screen, because there's where our help is. All right?
Hey, and let's not switch too early. Sam's showing good. We're helping.
So plenty of talk there.
If we
in
keep
the
seeing zone,
Nuggets
drag it,
huddle.
roll
Here's
to
Guy
the
Malloy.
front of the ring, Grant, and the opposite corner. Hey, flash. Look to flash nail. Look to flash nail against the zone. All right, you guys will figure it out. Keep the D going. Love our rebounding. Come on.
Love listening to Guy Malloy. I love our team merch as well, Casey, in the Sal's NBL, New Balance and Belgravia apparel. There's the QR code on screen. If you want to get some of the latest looks, scan away.
I gotta say, in this battle of unis today, I'm a big fan of the night and day Otago Nuggets. I like that baby blue and gold. Gives me a gold rush to go pick up a uni.
Yeah, they put a bit of work into it, don't they, the Nuggets? Some work to do here at the moment. They're down by 5, and up comes slamming Sam Timmins.
Well, Grant Anticevic isn't super familiar with Sam Timmins' games. He loves that baseline spin, set it up with a fake pass in the middle, and had plenty of space on the reverse.
Nuggets in a zone at the moment. Out of that timeout. Kendall looking to create some space for Zoe Burton. Off hands, and it'll be a Nuggets ball.
Not a great possession against the zone. You need some kind of penetration. They never really got it into the paint with either the pass or the drive, and because of that, it ended up with a well-contested 3 at the end of the shot clock.
Midway through the second here in Dunedin tonight. Sunday Hoops. Coming to you on Sky Sport and Prime TV. Hope you're enjoying it as Michael Harris fires away. Shots not dropping at the moment from range for the Nuggets. Burton hit a couple of deep 3s in the opening quarter. Has it now into the corner. Lasongi Ape on the move. He floats it up and he can't finish it either.
Presence of Sam Timmins in there. When he's in the middle of the key, much more difficult for the Sharks to finish.
McLaughlin, dynamic opening quarter, leaves it short. Sharks on the move. Kendall, heads up play, finds Burton. This looks better, is better.
I mean, if you're in the gym, you can see the things that Jeremy Kendall does to set up offense. A pass fake down the court, as we see Michael Hall coming down the lane on the fast on the other side.
Harris can't complete that.
Pardon me, Harris, Michael Harris.
The Australian spent the season with the Perth Wildcats. Back there again next season as well in the ANBL. Here's Ben Hall for three. Battle off the boards. Oh, Anticevic is going to keep it alive. Some good hands in there. And now Kendall on the move. Around Withers. Back out. Sets up Lusongiape. No.
Offense is really good for the Sharks right now, though. They're forcing the Nuggets to bend, and then they're choosing the weak point to attack at.
Loving this point guard battle case. McLaughlin dumps it off. Sammy Timmins inside.
One of the best moves he's made tonight. Caught it and definitively went straight to that spin move, finished with a soft left-hand baby hook.
Kendall, full of voice. Hall, slick pass inside. Lusongiape. Well, he tried to find Anticevic. Missed him by a couple of meters. And it opens things back up for the Nuggets again. Margin at 4. Timmins had it, lost it. The big man fumbling a little bit tonight. On the move, the Sharks. Great block.
Oh, that's got to be out of bounds, but it's not called.
Harris with the block.
And the save from out of bounds.
Good hands. Kendall on Withers. Hall floats it up. Foul, Withers.
Oh, great quick hands from Jeremy Kendall in that transition opportunity. Taking it from Todd Withers to start a fast break the other way. After back-to-back turnovers by the Sharks. Great block here by Michael Harris. And you see there, I don't think he got that foot down. I don't think he did, but the hustle was rewarded. And they're just enough of a bump by Withers. Sends Hall to the TAB.
How's the Australian gymnastics team looking for the Olympics next year? Michael Harris?
I'm sure not bad enough to ask for Michael Harris. He was light on his feet. He wasn't that light, mate.
Ben Hall drops the first. I like the minutes that Ben Hall's giving tonight.
He's been pretty quality on the defensive end, running the lane. Has had a couple clean licks as well, but leaves one there.
Product of Rangiora High School. Oh, Matt Bardsley. How about that? From Mr. 84, timeout, Sharks. Guy Malloy wants to chat. Matt Bardsley. He is capable of doing the exciting, isn't he?
He's got a lot of athleticism. Coined him once upon a time the slippery heel because of the way he's able to find his way through space. Is that right there? Deceptively athletic, which normally just means you're a white guy. And he shows it off there on the finish.
Of course, Matt Bardsley famous for that draft. Here's Guy Malloy.
Activity off the ball. When the ball goes into Timmins and he's on that spin, like that white trap, look to go down, pick his pocket. We don't have to trap it. I'm not saying we do, just look at it.
Hey, just push the middle. Go right away. Just leave the worst shooter.
Okay, watching. Drag the zone. Come off it. Pick that guard. Grant. Roll to the front of the cup. Kick it to Ben. Zoe or Johnny. Flash nail. Then step out. Come back to JK. And then the other corner flash nail. Here we go. We're in.
So Guy Malloy issuing the instructions there. Speaking of instructions, Casey Frank and Andrew Mulligan, do not listen to me on Wednesday nights on Hoopheads, 8 p.m. Make sure you join us for that one.
Don't know how to tell you, Justin. That's not strictly stuck into Wednesdays.
Highlights show Tuesday nights. And there's going to be plenty of highlights coming up after round 2.
There's some conversation pieces as well.
Looking forward to our midweek coverage on Sky Sport. Make sure you join us. Here's Ben Hall out of the timeout.
Once again, really good offense against the zone, though. Penetrating pass leads to a wide open look on the perimeter.
We're talking about Matt Bardsley before, Casey, and I mentioned that draft in 2020, the showdown, of course. He was the very last pick number 84. Harris from the wing. And he's certainly gone on with it since being pick 84, hasn't he?
Well, that was his introduction to the league, and he has gotten a taste and loves it.
Fantastic pass. Hilu inside to Hall.
Well, Hall with a nice grab in traffic and a clever finish on the left hand in between a few people. Sharks looking good in transition.
Out by 5. Couple of minutes to play in this opening half. Here's Harris. Withers now, looks good, just short.
And he's got that ability to be really deadly from deep. When he misses a few, though, I'd like to see him attack the rim.
Tisovic trying to fire back the other way. As the Nuggets now wait for the troops to arrive. McLaughlin on the move. Big steps to the basket, draws the foul. He's off to the TAB.
Well, good, strong move straight to the cup. You see Johnny Hilu gets on his back there. Looked like he wanted to pass, but when he felt the defender sort of creep behind him, turned the corner instead, took that contact. You see it all over the shoulder. And he earns 2 attempts from the TAB to try and jumpstart his scoring. 13 points in the first quarter. Has not scored yet here in the second. Gets an opportunity here, though.
And the Nuggets need some points here. McLaughlin, 4 NBA games with the Dallas Mavericks, of course. Has just spent some time with the Santa Cruz Warriors in the NBA G League. 7 points, 3 assists a game. 25 years of age. Second shot from the TAB is good. And they bring that margin back to 3. Here's Kendall. Hall again. Well, he is absolutely turning it on, Ben Hall.
He's just looking really confident on the drives as well. Love the way he's getting into space and forcing guys to adjust to him. 10 points on 4 or 6 from the field.
Very handy. Knox shut down by Anticevic. Nuggets 6s and 7s. Anticevic with the rebound.
Well, the opening quarter, the shooting was good for the Nuggets. They were 4 for 9. Well, they're 4 for 18 now.
Here's Kendall. Anticevic. Feet moved pretty quickly there. Not picked up. Deep 2. And just like that, the Sharks are out by 7. Brent Matahari, he wants to chat. As we head down towards halftime in this one, Ben Hall, 10 points in the game.
Got 3 boards as well, a steal, but solid offensive play off the ball, making himself a threat.
We're going to stay in Jordan, but we're just getting strung out. We're not running back and getting into spot, right? Yeah. We've had a conversion and we come back, we've got to make sure we're in our right spacing. Okay?
We're owning how much activity it takes to make this shit work, man.
Yeah.
You've got to be flying around out here, know where everyone is, and talk to everyone.
And when they get this penetration, yeah, it's Sam's world, but you guys got to make sure you're finding the next, okay? Look, big arms. In terms of offense right now, all right, yeah, run a 3-side with J-Rock. So looking to get the ball to Timmins. We want the ball to come this way, all right, in here, curl, get him there, and then we run a 3-side for him. Set the screen, Jack, set the screen. Yep.
No doubt the Nuggets will want a late score in this opening half. Speaking of scoring and the Nuggets playoffs in the NBA, every game live, or certainly a lot there for you to view on ESPN. Can't wait. It's been exciting so far, Case.
Good games. Really appreciate that Sacramento Kings Golden State Warriors game down to the wire. But I'm really looking forward to see those Phoenix Suns come together. Kevin Durant, see it run.
Don't forget Fight for Live. Starts 7 p.m. Thursday, 27th of April. Live on Sky Arena, $39.95. Check it out. Turnover. Sharks again on the move. Hilu stepping on the Euro. Big finish, Johnny Hilu.
Well, what an outlet pass from Ben Hall as well. Really, that transition from defense to offense, punishing the Nuggets to close the quarter.
Danger signs right now for the Nuggets. They've got a bit to talk about. Withers feeds Timmins, surrounded by Orange. Orange wins out. Jack Andrew in the end picks up the scraps.
Foul.
He'll head to the TAB.
Pardon me, foul on Grant Anticevic, his first personal, I believe. And the Nuggets searched for answers. They were really well in control as we take a look at the lovely Euro step. Johnny Helu goes to the left hand before he gets the finish with a kiss off the glass on the other side. It's all coming up Sharks here in the first half.
Of course, Johnny Helu, 10 games with the Saints last season. Season before that, 19 games with the Sharks.
Well, that 9-game discrepancy, that's why you come back to Southland.
There you go. 11 points against the Jets last week for Helu. Here's Jack Andrew. Oh, that one bobbled about, in and out.
And we're going to see it one final possession here for Southland. There's no doubt the ball is going to be in Jeremy Kendall's hand. Late on ball. I see it with Grant Anticevich, and Jeremy Kendall's going to come off, draw a couple defenders, and look for that weak side kick for a three-point shooter to close this quarter out and try and build on this impressive 8-point first half lead.
Will we see a Sky City play a timeout late in the quarter here?
Took a shot in the family jewels there.
There's Kendall. Using the time here at 6, at 5. Foul there, Aitchison.
Not a bad foul. Last one for them to give. Might have wanted to wait a second or two. Still 5 seconds for the Sharks as we take a look at this one. Where's the shot? Little shot there from McLaughlin. This in. Just checking on the family, so to speak.
Well, we've been talking about the fondle fielder today, haven't we?
Was that his reminder?
Well,
was
maybe.
that a little, would you call that a fondle?
That is the monthly reminder. Look after yourself. There's Kendall. Was there a push there? No whistle. He will get the last shot, and it will come up short.
And Johnny Helu grabs that and tries to save it, leaving 0.1 on the clock.
Now, right now, the Nuggets should be calling a Sky City player timeout.
Because he can't get a shot off in 0.1.
Well, can you?
Well, maybe in the Bay.
I was waiting for that. Walked into that one. GJ Gardner-Holmes replay, and that one comes up short. Cameraman being taken out left, right, and centre tonight in the Cells NBL. Guy Malloy, he'd be pretty happy with the way his team closed that half out, leading comfortably at the half. Well, Ja'Cory McLaughlin starting that opening quarter. Here he is with Casey Frank.
Well, Ja'Cory, really good first quarter. What happened in that second where the three-pointers seemed to dry up and the offense got tough?
I think when we went to that zone, defensively, we just got to work harder. Flying around enough, guys just got to go harder. That's it.
Well, when you're looking on the defensive end, how can you slow the Sharks team? They did seem to find some success against that zone.
Yeah, like I said, just going hard, coming together as a team, being in the right spots, and communicating is the biggest thing.
I appreciate it. Good luck in the second half. And now I've got Mr. Hall, 10 points in the first half. Energy and enthusiasm's doing a really good job up there. What are you seeing here in the first half?
Yeah, the boys just playing with energy like we did last week, and then just trying to execute on the offensive end while keeping Timmins off the boards. It's working well.
And then offensively, a little bit of a slow start, but you guys found some rhythm in the zone. What was the key there?
Yeah, just keep playing as a team. Just keep making those extra passes, and yeah, the shots will keep falling.
That's a good contribution from you. Thanks for your time. Good luck in the second.
Yeah, good contribution indeed from Ben Hall tonight. Some Shark supporters in the crowd. Thought they'd be smiling at the awesome Sunday sesh in the Cells NBL, and it's a Southern stoush tonight. The Sharks leading this one by 8 at the half. Well, Jeremy Kendall, he was involved in everything in that first half, Casey, and he's a player that the Nuggets will be talking long and hard about at the moment.
Well, statisticians get used to clicking on his name quite often. 13 points, 3 rebounds, 4 assists, but it's the way he goes about his business that's so impressive. Drawing defenders, always thinking one step past where he's at currently on the chessboard, making really good, solid plays. Not too many bad decisions outside of early, really trying to force it into Ramar Gill. Once they went away from that, the Sharks found a lot more success in the half court.
Well, Ja'Cory McLaughlin, he came out firing tonight, 13 points in that opening quarter, just the 2 points in the second quarter. And the home team down by 8, they will definitely need McLaughlin firing away in this second half.
Free-flowing offense to open the game. A lot of looks on transition as well. In the second quarter, those closed up. The defenses got tighter. They spent more attention to him coming off the all-ball. You mentioned it, 15 points. Well, he had 3 three-pointers in that opening quarter. The Nuggets were 4 for 9. Well, now at halftime, they're 4 for 18.
Let's have a look at the TAB stats to halftime. Of course, official stats partner of the Cells NBL, the TAB. And happy reading at the moment for the Sharks.
Well, it looks good defensively, holding the Nuggets to 36%. And remember, that was their concern, 32% a week ago, and just 4 for 24 from 3. Well, it hasn't gotten much better today. Decent on the glass for the Nuggets, and decent passing the ball around. Too many turnovers for both teams. They're both sitting on 8. That's not on there, but it's that efficiency from the three-point line. 32% for the Sharks. If the Sharks keep it there and keep it up while keeping the Nuggets down, they got this win.
And there we are inside the Nuggets rooms at the moment, as the players talk amongst themselves as they try and work this one out. Results so far in round 2. Boy, oh boy, hasn't it been good. Bulls with a double on the road. Ayers, Jekyll and Hyde went from awful to absolutely fantastic.
I'll tell you what, I was at that first game. Did not give you a lot of confidence that they'd get it done the next day, but that's why you play the game.
And how about earlier today? Big double on Sundays, and the Jets on the road with some new faces get home by 4.
And looked well in control at different times. The Rams fight back behind 35 from Ty Wynyard, but the import trio from the Jets is in, and they are for real with a win on the board.
And at the half here, the Sharks lead it by 8. Nuggets with some work to do as these two teams prepare to battle it out once again in the second half. Some NBA fans in the house tonight. Of course, NBA Finals on at the moment. You can catch it live on ESPN. Second half coming up on the other side of this break. Stick with us. back to Dunedin. Halftime here. Sharks lead this one by 8. There's Brendan Timmins. Big Sammy's dad, of course. Rugby star in his own sporting prowess. 74 games with Otago, 42 with the Highlanders. Good to see him in the crowd tonight.
Always good to see a father supporting his son. Might have a couple tips for Big Sam to try and get back in this ball game.
Well, Sam and his teammates definitely need to do that. Some more stats with thanks to TAB, our leading scorers. What about Ben Hall tonight?
What a contribution off the bench. And I like the way he's gone about his business, putting himself in positions to be a receiver, cutting well as we take a look at the rebounds. Pretty even on both teams. A 23-21 advantage to the Nuggets.
So Burton will be happy topping the list there for the Sharks. Jeremy Kendall's just been a part of everything. He's been a hard nut to crack for the Nuggets.
See the steals there. Real good activity from Julius Ongeape and Alonzo Burton. With 1-3 early, that steal early, straight to a 3, I think that really changed the complexion of this game. That looked like the Nuggets were about to go out, grab control of it. They were up 11-4 at the time. A quick 3, and since then, the Sharks have really found their rhythm.
We saw Michael Harris's name pop up there, import for the Nuggets, the Australian. 0 of 8 shooting in that opening half, yet to score in this game. Does have 3 steals. I'm sure the Nuggets would love to get some points out of him. Songiape, shot clock at 4, counting down. They've got to go now. They do. Anticevic banks it in.
Todd Winters giving him a bit of an ugly stank face, and Grant Anticevic has a bit of a smile coming back. Nice defensive contest, but just enough offensively to get it in.
Take the points any way you can get them.
Makes sometimes open on Sunday.
Here's Sam Timmins, a little bit deep on the shot. Zoe Burton comes up with rebound number 7. What's his record haul of boards in a game?
Well, he's put himself, as a lot of these Sharks players are, in the right position. Is Drew Lasonge-Ape. Beautiful hustle play to get a hand on that and force the turnover. Didn't give up on the play, was well beaten. Not a badly delivered pass, but the hustle of Drew Lasonge-Ape gets a turnover for the Sharks.
Down by 10. What do the Nuggets need to do in this quarter, Case?
Well, they got to be more definitive offensively, as we see Zoberg straight to the cup, opening to Anticevic from 3, who's now 0 for 9 on the season from deep. But they have to be more definitive offensively. Need to move that ball a little bit more. It can't be 1 or 2 passes and shot like it looks like it'll be again.
Oh, Romaro has said to Chikori, hey, just forget about it, son.
No shifting to the defense. Just put your head down and drive. It's not going to get it done.
Hammered that big Romaro into the floorboards. An easy block for him. Here's the tall Timber battling away, and Sam Timmins will get the drop.
Well, he does a nice job of getting him on his back as Gill will get a replay of the big block. And it is big when Gill's involved. Step out of bounds there? No, foul called on Harris.
There he is, Pig Romaro.
I think they're talking about that last play when Sam Timmins tried to get him to shake, but the spin move, Gill closed that gap. That's the last couple of plays that players on offense and defense know it could have gone either way.
Of course, he's got some Jamaican background, Big Romaro. Anticevic frees up some space. Back-to-back bankers for Grant Anticevic.
Well, this one I think he called, but that's really nice fundamentals. Up fake, 1 dribble, get to your spot, in rhythm. He shot that shot thousands of times, and you can tell in that play there.
I'm going to ask him for a withdrawal after the game. Here's McLaughlin in 2 minds. Timmins stuck under the basket. Romaro good on the first effort. On the second, maybe just collecting the arm of Robbie Coleman.
Well, excellent hustle by Robbie Coleman. As we saw, great defense from Gill to start things up, but the ball just happens to bounce. And Jimmy Kendall, you can see he's disappointed with himself there because that was his box out. And then Gill, sloppy with the hands. He should never reach forward, always straight up, because that's where his skill set lies.
Well, he stands at 7'2". You elevate that wingspan above the head. And what are we talking, Case?
I mean, not too far underneath the rim. You know, he's probably about 9'6" on the standing reach, and with a little bit of a jump, even if it's a credit card vert, that's a mighty tough defensive dissuasion.
Margin at 8. Lasongi Ape, good hand from Robbie Coleman.
Well, I think that was Sam Timmons and Ja'Cory McLaughlin both got a hand in on that one. Shake and bake. You see Timmons with a hand there, McLaughlin there, but then somehow can't corral the ball. Stays with the Sharks.
Kendall gets it back inside. Give and go there with Gill.
Gill's just got to know who's under the rim. That's Ja'Cory McLaughlin. You're going to go through him. Don't worry about the shot blocking ability.
McLaughlin surrounded by Sharks. Feeding frenzy inside. Sam Timmons.
Why not? Pumped up on a violation by Lamar Gill. He is going to get subbed out here because that's a couple of mistakes in a row. And he's going to go to the bench, but here we take another look at Sam Timmons on the glass. Gill just gets a little caught out of position trying to challenge, allowing Timmons that ability to rebound. And then he followed up with a violation on the inbounds pass. And the Nuggets, they're smelling blood in the water.
Harris firing away from deep, finally puts one down.
It's been a while between drinks. And the Nuggets now playing with a much better flow offensively, moving that ball around, forcing the defense to adjust.
And you were right, Big Romaro subbed out immediately after that. Burton loves a three. That one away to the left.
And another stagnant possession. Both these teams much better when they get that ball going side to side, force the defense to adjust. They have to get some kind of dynamic movement out there. You can't just settle into a jump shot and clean it up late. That is not going to lead to high percentages.
Just like that, we're back to 3. There's Timmons backing down. Anticevic going to work. Big Sam stuck underneath, but he finds Withers. And a reaching foul in there from Lasongi Ape.
And it's a difficult cover for Sam Timmons because with his size, especially when he's got the size advantage on Anticevic, you've got to send extra defenders. But he's not a super aggressive scorer in the paint. He always wants to pass. He draws multiple defenders. He's looking for a teammate. So it's that weak side, is aware as they have to be of Timmons, they have to be aware of those cutters. This time Withers takes advantage.
Sam Timmons up to 13 and 8 in the contest. Withers drops the first. He's got 4 in the game. He'll get the roll on the second from the TAB.
Interesting couple of possessions here for the Sharks. They need to find a way to get that rhythm back before the Nuggets start to take control of this game.
Nuggets on a 9-0 run at the moment. Can Anticevic break it up? He can't.
Still,
and here they come again.
That three-point line's been a struggle for him since he's crossed the ditch.
Chance to take the lead here. Down by 10 not that long ago. The home team with the crowd behind them. Harris back to back. Yes, indeed. Timeout Sharks. Nuggets up and about. Michael Harris with back-to-back threes. They lead by 2.
Well, Michael Harris missed his first 8 shots of the ball game, but the last 2 have dropped. So that's the important part. Way to get himself involved. The Sharks have to find an answer in the half court.
Testicular cancer is the most common cancer amongst young men aged 18 to 39. Each year in New Zealand, 175 men are diagnosed with the disease and 8 will die from it. But it's one of the most treatable forms of cancer, and if detected early, there is a 95% survival rate. The first step is easy. On a monthly basis, have a quick fondle. Scan the code on the top right of your screen now and use the Snapchat filter to visually fondle anything round. Then look out for the reminder message to go and fondle your own. Remember, check yourself at least once a month because offense is the best defense. Very important message. And just like that case, the Nuggets have struck gold.
Well, they've lifted the intensity. It's returned to where it was in that opening quarter when they found a lot of success offensively. Since then, got a little stagnant. 20 points in the opening quarter, just 12 in quarter number 2, but already 14 here in the third. They're making it difficult on defense for the Sharks, who really lost their rhythm offensively, and that's translating to easy buckets on the other end.
Tom Cowie into the action now. And Tisovic. Coman in front of him, loses a handle on it. Withers on the run. McLaughlin, Withers! Oh, wow! Oh, wow!
Well, that's how you run a fast break. Ja'Cory McLaughlin draws the defender, knowing the entire time he's going to drop that back to Todd Withers. Great steal by Withers to kick it off. The kick ahead, knowing he's going to get it back, and the showtime to finish. I think that's Alonzo Burton from behind with just a little bit of a touch. But all of a sudden, everything's coming up Nuggies.
With the hammer, Todd Withers converts from the TAB, and just like that, they're out by 5.
The Sharks, this isn't going to scare them too much, though. There was a very similar position in the first half where they were down about 7 or 8 points. Were able to work their way back in, but going to be a bit tougher with Jeremy Kendall on the bench.
How about that? Todd Withers subbed out after that. I don't know about you, but
I'd probably leave him in.
I'm staying out there. Hall with the miss. McLaughlin with the rebound. Bardsley on the move. Good defense, Tom Cowie.
He's just got to fall down to get that charge. Should have been a charge either way.
Harris. Bardsley, corner. Coman loves a corner three. Can't deliver the goods there for the Nuggets, but they have well and truly turned this game around. Down 10, up 5. Midway through the third. Sunday action in the Cells NBL.
Sam Timmons, active hands today when these ball handlers are around him. He is reaching out for it, something the Sharks dribble ball handlers need to take aware of, and try and draw a foul next time he sticks his hand in the cookie jar. And I think Coach Brent Matahate heard us about Withers, because he's right back in the ball game.
There you go.
Quick 30-second blow.
And that might be the first time I've ever seen a coach with branding on their suit. What's that about? A little bit of commercial nous there from the Nuggets coach. Back underway, Jeremy Kendall. He's got to go from deep, and that's going to come up well short.
Well, you see Sam Timmons is pumping up the crowd, as is Brent Matahate.
There it is. A little bit of fluidity there from Brent Matahate.
I'll just talk about the game instead of the branding, if you don't mind, Justin. Don't really know, but the Nuggets lifted the defensive intensity. The Sharks really have no answers in the half court right now. They'd probably be begging this Nuggets team to go back to that zone.
Timmons. Well, the idea was there to Withers. In the way was Ben Hall. Here's Big Romaro. He'll flush that one down too easy in the end.
And I got to ask, where was Ja'Cory McLaughlin jumping at there? Not a lot of effect on the big fella. Stay on the floor. Make Romaro Gill make moves around you.
Game tightens up. Here's McLaughlin. Hot early. It's been cold since.
I thought that was off Gill, and the officials agree.
All smiles, Big Romaro. There's that finish inside.
Nice step through. Gets his feet down. Good footwork to get to that finish.
Nuggets ball. Jack Andrew. So they try and create some space here. Withers. Jack Andrew for three. Look out. Oh, look out.
No, Gill nearly got a piece of that, but it matters not when it drops in the net.
The boy from Oamaru with the big triple. Crowd on their feet. Romaro Gill.
Contact.
Adamson on the drive there. Here's Hilu. Shot clock down to 4. He loses a handle. Nuggets come up with it again.
Nuggets are aggressive. They're getting some fouls in there, but they're getting away with them.
Harris for 3. Sigh of relief there for the Orange Army.
Well, that would have been Harris's third straight from behind the arc.
How about this third quarter case from the Nuggets? Kendall, they need this. Halfway down. Withers with another rebound.
Well, I'm not seeing a lot of cutters from the Sharks. They've gotten stagnant on the offensive end.
This would hurt. Withers fires away.
And the Nuggets, the same thing. They found that success by driving to the rim, by feeding the post, by getting into the paint. They got to go back to it themselves.
Chance here. Adamson, another miss. 7 of 25 from deep now for the Sharks. Here comes Withers. And in the end, Jack Andrew will clean it all up.
Well, that was not a great pickup there.
And turnover for the Sharks. So some errors at both ends.
The errors are still trying to fall straight, as Gill could have fallen down there, might have gotten a charge. Instead, Gill gets out of the way, and Jack Andrew takes over. And Romero Gill gives him the token help up. And if I'm Todd Withers there, I'm going to tell my teammates, if you're not going to do a good job, just don't do it at all. Either help me up or don't. Don't drag me along the floor. Well, Gill gives me the fake away.
Almost gave him the jellyfish there. I'll help you up. No, I won't. You're on your own. There's Harris, has been lively in this third quarter. Somehow got it back. Kicks it out. Opportunity goes begging there for the Nuggets. But they're out by 8.
Been a long time between drinks for the Sharks. They need a bucket badly.
Chance here, maybe. Kendall will finish it off.
Oh, nice play there by Adamson. Would have been a difficult finish over Withers' shot blocking ability, but the drop-off gives Kendall an easy 2 and maybe takes the lid off that basket.
Just 21 years of age. Ben Adamson was with the Hawks last season. Harris firing from deep again. Good rebound, Josh Aitchison.
No box out. Johnny Healy gets punished for it.
Here's Harris. Had an indifferent night, but he's starting to warm up. Hands it off to big Jack Andrew.
Well, the entire time he was just setting it up for that pass, waiting for Jack Andrew to get to the right spot. Drew Merrill-Gill in, and then let big Jack Andrew get the finish.
Kendall, one way then the other. Withers to beat, that's a tough task. Does he lose a handle? He does. Turnover.
Well, it's all about the defensive end of the court right now. 22 points in the quarter for the Nuggets, just 8 for the Sharks. And look how active the Nuggets are all over the place, really getting in those passing lanes and the defending one-on-one. They're not relying on help. They're taking it upon themselves to win the battle, and the battle is being won definitively here in the third.
And when you consider the Sharks won that second quarter 24-12, early in the third, we're out by 10. Been a big turnaround by the home team. Could be bigger as McLaughlin goes from deep. 3 of 9 now from long range for Ja'Cory McLaughlin. Late stages of the third here. Sharks desperately need something. Kendall on the move, searching, goes inside. Anticipich bustling his way to the basket. Well, Nuggets, Coleman and McLaughlin working in tandem there. Turn Anticipich away.
Not a bad thought process there by Kendall, getting them to Anticipich, but Coleman's strong defense keeps him there. We have a player timeout by the Otago Nuggets. I'm a little surprised they're using it here. 7 seconds with nobody guarding you up top. That's plenty of time to get the ball down the court and maybe save that one, but gives us a chance to talk about the ticket to the big game, Justin.
Yeah, we certainly can. Sky City player timeout, and with thanks to Sky City, ticket to the big game is all yours. Community groups, school groups, sporting groups, 10,000 tickets to give away to the Sal's NBL. QR code right there with thanks to Sky City. And the ball advances, of course, Case. 7 seconds to play in this third. Can the Nuggets use the Sky City player timeout to full effect? Late basket, Michael Harris. No, short on the eye. But that third quarter belonging to the Nuggets.
Definitively. Yeah, tripling up the Sharks 24-8.
So the Nuggies, Southern Stoush, they got the gloves on and they're boxing their way to victory at the moment. The Sharks, can they respond in the last? We'll find out on the other side of the break.
The chance to win a $1,200 TV, 65 inch. You ever seen 65 inches before?
Welcome back to Dunedin, the Edgar Centre tonight, and the Nuggets have made their move in the third quarter. They're out by 8, 24-8 third quarter. Coach Brent Matahari joins us. Hey, Coach, what did you say at half-time?
Koe mate wheki mate ururoa.
Fantastic. It worked.
Yeah, man, we got to play with some heart. We're playing like squids in the first. We've been soft, so we came out here and now we're working hard.
You saw a definitive uptick in the defense there. You forced 7 turnovers in the quarter. How are you going to keep this defensive intensity throughout the entire fourth?
It's what we've got to be about. It's what we've got to be about every single possession, making sure we're trying to lock up. We're doing a great job of it. The first, we were not listening to the scouts, so we've got to make sure we're doing there.
Good on you, Coach. Thanks, Brett Matahari. Always good of our coaches to join us here on Sky Sport as the Squids come back down the floor. Leading by 8, McLaughlin looking inside for Timmins. Good hand on Kendall. Straight back out, though. Ja'Cory McLaughlin.
Well, if I'm the Sharks, I'm wondering why that's not a kick. that kicked right into the shooter's hand, and he's allowed to keep it.
Opening points of this last quarter for the Nuggets. Sharks need this. Johnny Hilu. Oh, big stuff there from Lusongi Ape.
He's trying to get himself involved and crashing the glass hard, but the effort isn't being rewarded for the Sharks here in the fourth.
Hasn't scored in the game, Casey. Timmins. Oh, Sammy Timmins showing some emotion.
Well, he showed it straight to an official there. He's pretty lucky not to walk away with the tee after that one. Straight in the ref's face. Normally, you get pinged for that.
Sharks in trouble right now. The waters are rough. Here's Hilu. Searching, back cut, Kendall over the top. Good basket.
And that's essentially the first cut I've seen here in the second half. They were so good offensively when they were moving away from the basketball, getting those cuts. That just didn't happen in the third.
Up fake, selling the candy. McLaughlin. Sharks keep it in.
Kendall with the hustle, getting himself involved, but he's going to have to do it with greater efficiency to get the Sharks back in this one.
Double-digit margin. Lusongi Ape draws the foul, and you're right, Casey. He's trying to get himself going at the moment. There's Guy Malloy.
But he's not just doing it trying to score the basketball. It's the hustle on the glass. He's working himself defensively. Not a lot of ball in hand as you take a second look as the Timmins sweeping hook drive and then the yell straight at Sampan afterwards. Must have been a friendly yell, though. Nothing too aggressive.
Here's Anticevic now. Shot clock down to 3. Got to go. Sharks need something here from Lusongi Ape. Can't deliver. So everything is gone ice cold for the Sharks.
It's just too late to get into it. Delivering to Lusongi Ape with 4 seconds left. He's got almost no time to make a move. And the offense is just too far outside the three-point line as well.
With some space, Timmins, look at this. Loose player in the corner. Withers can't hit, and now the Sharks try and turn up the heat. Kendall fires away for 3.
Just a beautiful pass by Drew Lusongi Ape, but a great job by Kendall to space out and let his teammate know that he's there and give themselves a little life here.
Harris responds. No, he can't. Now the Sharks again, looking to keep bringing this margin down, close this one up. Kendall, Lusongi Ape. Oh, sweet stuff. Drew Leo.
That's the type of player he can be as the Otago Nuggets call a timeout. Drew Lusongi Ape, he gets that one bucket, but it really, for me, is his work rate, first bucket of the game, but it's his work rate these last 4 or 5 minutes that has inspired the Sharks to a higher level of play here.
And there's that setup, Lusongi Ape to Kendall for the 3. And then moments ago, Kendall returned the favour. And the Sharks closing it back down to 5. Here's Brent Matahari.
Guys, remember, we screen the outside of the zone. We're still in the same motion, okay? It's a 2-3, screen the outside, Sam, you screen the outside, then when we come over, right, we're playing, if we've got a corner here, we're playing 2-on-1 with that base, yep?
Shooter be here when he's out.
Yep. Key thing is, we move the ball, we knock down a couple of shots, they have to come out of it. We're good.
Go.
All right? Make sure that defensive intensity's there. Want every single loose ball. Know that JK is going to basically try and carve it up.
Sal's NBL, and there's the deal available right now. A little bit of dribble goes a long, long way. Valid until Wednesday, 26th of April. The large cup pepperoni, just $30. And I'll tell you what, I'm hungry. Always, every time that comes up, Case.
I never say no to a slice. I don't see any in my immediate vicinity right now, though, so I guess I'm going to have to wait.
Well, the Sharks back-to-back baskets, reduce that margin back to 5. The man who played with the West Sydney Razorbacks in 2005. Casey Frank, your thoughts? Sorry to remind you about that.
It looks like we've got a technical as well. I'm not sure exactly what happened, who that call was on coming out. I think Romaro Gill, not exactly sure what was going. I did.
Well, Guy Malloy
apparently
is
a technical on Drew Lasonge Ape coming out of that.
And that's being explained
Mate,
to Coach Malloy right now. We can listen in.
Went to the referee and got in his face and yelled at him right there. And then nothing happened, no tech, nothing. Why are we being penalised for that behaviour and he's not?
I saw this behaviour.
Why didn't you see that behaviour? Mate, you guys have got it wrong. You've got it flat out wrong.
Well, I got to agree with Guy Malloy there. I am never a fan of when one official calls a T for a chat to another official in a different part of the court. And Drew Lasonge Ape, to me, has been a very respectful player today. I didn't even notice what it is he's been pinged for, but it's just something else the Sharks are going to have to try and overcome. A beautiful drive there. The finish for that? Come on now.
That can't be it.
This is basketball, baby. These are men.
Surely that's not
What are we doing here? What is this, Australian under-18s where you can't cheer against free throws being missed?
Oh, there's another topic. A debate for another day. That can't be it, surely not.
I didn't see anything else. That was after that he walked back. If that's what the T is for, that's a bit of a joke.
Wow. Well, Coach Malloy pointed out also the Sam Timmins incident that you pointed out, Casey, with Sam Pan in that third quarter.
Well, that's often the way, though. The second guy gets pinged, even if it is on the other team.
Well, let's see if the Sharks take it personally.
Ja'Cory McLaughlin has gone cold since that opening quarter.
Let's see if Lasonge Ape takes it personally, fires it back. It ends up with Kendall. 6.5 to play. The heat has gone up here. The Southern Stoush tonight in Dunedin. Kendall for 3.
Just a little bit of rhythm. Discombobulated defensively. Sam Timmins was nowhere matched up, but Kendall takes a handoff and drops it in the twine.
I'll tell you now, we're sitting not too far away from the Sharks bench, and they are up and about. Reaching foul there on Sam Timmins. There they are. Being led by Andrew Wheeler.
Just the first personal on Sam Timmins.
And that tech foul to Lasonge Ape, Casey, has put him on 4.
Yeah, apparently. Doesn't have him on 4 on the screen, but apparently that is his 4.
We'll keep an eye on that. And Tisovic, well, he had Coleman one side and Timmins the other. He's been collected on the arm. And Anticevic will head to the TAB. Here it is again on the replay. And some contact over the back there from Sam Timmins, I think.
Was that Timmins with the second? That's a... I don't know if that was no foul on Timmins. I think that was on Coleman. Nice footwork by Anticevic there with the step through. Really patient. Goes to the TAB, hits the first. And this has been a roller coaster of a game. Each team just taking over opposite quarters, aren't they? First quarter, all Nuggets. Third quarter, all Nuggets. Second and fourth has gone the way of the men in orange.
Anticevic drops both from the TAB. He's got 10 points, 7 rebounds in the game. Stats, with thanks to our official stats partner, the TAB. Here's Timmins, up and in for Slam and Sam.
Just too deep of a catch for Sam Timmins. He's allowed to get it just outside of the dots there. He's got a really good chance of finishing with high efficiency.
Kendall. Burton around Harris. Oh, dumps it off. And in the end, Harris has done well to prevent the slam there.
He went for a ride on Romaro Gill that time. Romaro Gill, he may look skinny, but that is 7-2, a big man. And Michael Harris jumped on, said, you're too short for this ride, but it didn't cost him in the end.
Settled up, didn't he?
Take another look at it. Nice dish by Zoe Burton there. Good, hard foul by Harris.
At the stripe now. Romaro Gill can't drop the first. Hit 2 of 2 last week.
Normally a pretty solid three-point shooter.
Second one is good. Margin at 2.
Pardon me, I meant free throw shooter. Definitely not a solid three-point shooter. That is not on the scout.
Well cleaned up. McLaughlin. Withers does not hesitate, and that's exactly why.
Well, he's always going to let it fly. He is now 2 for 8 from deep, but a big one there and just too much space in the zone.
Nuggets needed that to settle. Sharks have come out of that timeout breathing fire. Bardsley reaches a couple of times. Kendall unfazed.
They're putting those whistles away. There is a lot of contact here on both teams. 25
in the game now for Jeremy Kendall. Oh, nice hand, Kendall on McLaughlin.
Ooh, is that possibly?
It's going to be on McLaughlin.
Yeah, he got the foul. Julius Ongeapi never got the ball up to try and pass, so it's not an unsportsmanlike in a free throw and the ball. As Romaro Gill, good minutes, he heads to the bench. Good job by Lasongeapi stepping up after Kendall just slacks it from behind. As you mentioned, 25 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists to go with it. But for him, a little bit surprising, 4 turnovers as well.
And Otago on the team foul limit now in this last quarter. So they've got to ride this one out for 4.5 minutes.
And a lot of time to play. The Sharks just 1 foul here in the quarter, so they still got 3 to give. And the Nuggets so aggressive in that third, being in foul trouble now, that's really going to temper it.
And these are the sorts of games where basketball IQ comes to play, and Jeremy Kendall has that in spades.
Well, he's just a really intelligent player. Struggled a little bit in that third quarter, trying to figure out what the Nuggets were throwing at him. But he's gone right back to the square here in the fourth.
Songiape at the TAB puts both away, and we've got a 1-point ball game, ladies and gentlemen. The Southern Stoush has come to life. McLaughlin goes to work on the Songiape, gets up and in off the glass, and one.
Well, nice strong move there by Corey McLaughlin. He's been quiet here in the second half, but a timely drive on Lasongeape gets to the cup. Ben Hall just out of position for that contest. Better off staying out of the way. You're not going to do much at that point. McLaughlin takes the harm, gets the hoop, and heads to the TAB to try and make it 3.
20 in the game. Make that 21 for the 25-year-old. 4 NBA games with the Dallas Mavericks. Had 15 points in the opener against the Jets. He's got 21 tonight. Nuggets, a little bit of breathing space. Here's Kendall again. Fires up over Darcy Knox. In and out.
A strong rebound there by Matt Bardsley. 2 undersized teams right now with their big men on the court. Everybody else has to do the work on the glass. Mismatch in the post, end up high.
McLaughlin. Inside, outside, Darcy Knox!
Well, you love to see that from Corey McLaughlin, drawing multiple defenders and trusting his teammates. Darcy Knox delivering late and stretching this lead out to 4 with just his 2nd bucket of the season.
Oh, look at the emotion shown by the coach and Darcy's teammates. Sam Timmons gives a little bit of a nod, and that takes it out by 7. GJ Gardner-Holmes replay. Great setup here by McLaughlin, and Darcy Knox delivers on cue.
Beautiful pass there. Alonzo Burton helping too far in. Not too worried about Darcy Knox. He's only taken 1 shot, but give me space and I'll drop you a triple.
Horns side. So when we get it in, Grant, start here. Row, you're the nail. Grant's going to get the catch here off JK. Dribble down here to Drew. Drew, you're this side. You're behind. Drew's coming off two. Row, you're rolling. JK, space. Zoe, space. Turn the corner. You'll have the big behind.
The minor getting the crowd into it. Great crowd here in Dunedin tonight for Sunday night basketball. New Balance gear, team merch, now available. QR code right there on your screen. And hasn't this crowd found some voice?
Well, 7 points the difference. Really impressive comeback here from the Nuggets. Just when it looked like the Sharks were gaining control again, they found just enough defensive intensity and a better level of execution on the offensive end to go with it.
3.5 to play. Not sure why the clock started there. Kendall picks it up now. Lusongiape, deep two, and does he get the roll? No, he doesn't. Timmons slaps it away.
Soft rims in this gym. They can hang up there for a while.
Chance to extend. Moments ago, the Sharks were right back in it. Timmons wants it down low. Hands it off. Withers again. Catch and shoot. Deep. Off the back of the iron. Harris nearly had it on the rebound. Lusongiape into the corner. Burton steps around Timmons.
Good help by Timmons there, closing out, understanding the shooters there.
Kendall now. He creates his own space.
Great opportunity with the little footwork shot fake, but can't convert.
Just like that, the Nuggets up the floor. They back it out. Time is their friend. 2.5 to play. 7 is the margin. What a win this would be for the Nuggets tonight. McLaughlin takes it to 9.
Well, just didn't close the space there. You have to understand as a defender that he's got only a certain amount of time with the shot clock going down. Gill gave him the space, and now McLaughlin's got 23.
Starting to heat back up again, isn't he? Anticevic knocks in front of him, and Fort Knox did enough in the end.
And the Sharks, when they've gone stringing possessions together without anything on the rim, it starts to get really tight and difficult to score in the half court. A bucket here will definitely close the door on this one.
Have a listen to the crowd. Both sides of the stadium here at Edgar Centre, full of voice for their lovable Nuggets.
A little bit surprised that the Sharks didn't start fouling there. They still have now 1 to give. With 1:30 left and down 9, it's got to be turnovers. It can't be free throws.
Well, you've got to be impressed, Casey, by the way the Nuggets have responded to the Sharks, who came out firing out of that timeout and off that technical foul.
Well, that's another story entirely. Drew Lusongiape picks up his 4th on that one, and suddenly his aggressiveness is tempered. But the ability to bounce back, have a timeout, dig back deep, find that rhythm with which you are playing, that is going to be extremely important for this Nuggets squad as they continue their championship title defense.
McLaughlin, 5 of 5 at the TAB tonight. You can make that 6 of 6.
5 of 5 to go with 25. 6 boards, 5 assists.
And that looks like it'll be enough for the Nuggets tonight. Margin 11, doesn't stop Kendall going to work. Finds Hilu, that one, a little bit too much juice on it. Big Sammy Timmons holds it down. And again, they'll use this clock.
Sam Timmons, 17 points, 10 rebounds on that one, a couple of assists as well. And the big fella has done his job in the paint, as it looks like the Sharks are essentially waving the white flag. Not fouling here.
Withers, again, fires away. Sharks maybe last roll of the dice here. They've got to move though. Kendall seizes the moment, seizes the opportunity.
9 the difference now. Timeout to Coach Brett Matahare. and the night and day Otago Nuggets.
I don't mind this timeout. Just settle it down, talk about the time, talk about the clock.
It'll be interesting to see if they decide to bring it up into the front court or just keep it in the back and use that full 24, which is what I would do at this stage to try and extend as much of this shot clock as possible. But either way, I'm going to go ahead and chalk this one in the books. The Nuggets have played extremely well through 39 minutes. Bar a miracle for the Sharks here, they have done well in defending their home court in the opening 2 rounds of the season.
Has Mac the Miner been on a diet? What's going on there?
Lost a bit skinnier than you remember?
Lost about 20 kilos in the off-season. Well, they're a happy crowd tonight. Next Sunday night, how about this one? Sky Sport and Prime right across the country. Sunday sesh, 6 p.m. Next Sunday, Wellington Saints up against the Auckland Tuatara.
Another big game, the Tuatara. Look at my strong team. Big win this week without Ruben Tarangi, but the Wellington Saints have given a couple away on their home court. They're hoping third team's going to be the charge.
Well, the Saints expecting to get Adnam back, Kyle Adnam. That'll certainly help.
Trap here, try and get a steal. Oh, Anticipic went away. It was a perfect opportunity.
30 seconds left in this one. Been a big effort by the Nuggets tonight. Big effort by this man, Ja'Cory McLaughlin, out of the Santa Cruz Warriors in the NBA G League. Gets a hand on that one. It'll fall the way of the Sharks, though, will it? In the end, Ben Hall draws the foul.
Interesting strategy there by Guy Malloy and the Sharks to just play solid defense. You know, quite often when you're down this much, you try and extend the game with fouls, but they hope to get some quick turnovers, possibly create a miracle that way. Doesn't happen. And the Nuggies are going to go into the next round 2-0.
How about Sam Timmins? Averaged 17 and 11 last season. 17 and 10 tonight. Right on the mark. As Hall puts it away from the TAB. Late time out here, 13 seconds to play.
Well, Coach Brent Matahari calls a timeout. Always interesting, Coach Brent Matahari's timeouts at the end of games.
A Sunday roast waiting for him at home.
I don't know, maybe he's pulling off a little Salt Bay and sprinkling a little bit left, right, and center. You know, when you talk to Brent about it, his point is, hey, there's guys on the end of the bench that I want to get in and give them a chance. From my point of view, hey, we just played a game, you've got the win, and now you're rubbing it in my face. So it goes either way.
From my point of view, dinner's on the table. Nuggets tonight looking at the win. How about the Lakers and the Grizzlies? NBA playoffs coming to you live on ESPN.
The next round of Game 1's coming up. I gotta say, I gotta go with the Grizz. Even though my man Steve-O not playing, any team that Steve Adams is on, that's the ones that I'm gonna chase after and try and support.
Has he been fully ruled out, Coach?
Pardon that? What's that?
Has he been fully ruled out?
He hasn't been. It's been a bit trepidatious what they've been talking about. They haven't said he's completely done, but they've said he is more than likely done for the entirety of the playoffs.
Nuggets on the road next Saturday night take on the all-conquering Airs. Sharks are at home to the Tuatara on Friday night. Round 3 action in the Cellars at NBL. It all starts again on Thursday night. But right now, it's all about the Otago Nuggets. They win the Southern Stoush tonight. What a performance it was in the end. Home by 8 points. They were tested. The Sharks came at them, but they responded, and it's a very, very happy Edgar centre tonight. Sam Timmins, big part of it, 17 points, 10 rebounds. Ja'Cory McLaughlin had 25 points in the end, 6 rebounds, 5 assists. Jeremy Kendall certainly did his bit for the Sharks with 27, 7 rebounds and 6 assists. But it is all about the Nuggets. There's McLaughlin, instantly surrounded by the fans. Have a look at that. Already signing autographs, Ja'Cory McLaughlin. Well, one of the great things about the Sal's NBL is you get to come on the court and meet the players after the game. Not sure the players expected it that quick as they come in and have a quick chat to each other. Winners tonight. Sunday session in the Sal's NBL. What a win it was. Home by 8. Jeremy Kendall, he had 27 for the Sharks. Here he is with Casey Frank.
A difficult fourth quarter. You guys seemed like you were in control at halftime. Otago came out and really picked up the defensive pressure. How did you see it from the floor?
Yeah, credit to them. They came out and outplayed us. We didn't adjust quick enough. But that's something we can learn from. You know, we're a young team. We're a team that is new, and we're learning. So we just got to keep grinding and go back to the film and make some adjustments.
Coming up against the championship contending team, coming off a title, you would have expected this kind of defensive effort in the quarter. But what were some of the good things that you saw from your team? You talk about a young team. Young Ben, he did a great job, you know, in that first half. Some other guys as well.
Yeah, you know, I'm proud of this group. Look, we're going to continue to get it better all season. All we got to worry about is taking care of our bodies, growing, developing, continuing to connect. And like I said, we have a young team, so our high side is much higher than probably most teams, and we'll keep grinding, and I'm very proud of the effort tonight.
I love your work. Appreciate the time.
Well, Jeremy Kendall, he can hold his head high. He's had a wonderful start to the season. And he certainly did all he could tonight for his team in orange. 11 of 21 from the field at 52%. 4 3-pointers, 27 points in the game. Inside, outside, laying the table, using the space, taking big shots. 7 rebounds, 6 assists, keeping his team in it for a long, long time. Well, one man who was in the thick of the action all the way through, 17 points, 10 rebounds, and certainly showed a lot of emotion out there. Slamming Sam Timmins. Here he is with Casey Frank.
Well, Sam, a lot of emotion in that second half. What was it that was said at halftime after not the best effort coming out in that second quarter?
We were playing well, but just okay, you know, we weren't playing with any sort of real desire or heart that it's going to take to win. Maybe you might win a couple games like that, but you're not going to win long periods over a season and get back to that level that we were at last season if we're not playing with that hunger that we came out with in the second half, and that was what that talk was about.
You know, quite often in the New Zealand NBL, you're going to have a lot of chances. When you're the biggest player on the court today against Romero Gill, you're not the biggest player. How does that change your mindset in the post?
I mean, part of being a basketball player is being able to adapt to whatever the other team's, you know, strengths and weaknesses are. If our strength is in somewhere else, then I got to make my game great at accentuating those strengths and using what I got to make sure that dudes like J-Rock and Michael Harris and Todd can get great looks, and they were started to really light it up from the perimeter in that second half.
And just finally, you know, what does it mean as a local guy coming back, defending a title, coming out to a packed house, and look at all these kids here. They're surrounding you, wanting your autographs. How's it feel to be a hometown hero and doing it for the home squad?
That's what it's all about, man. Obviously, basketball, sometimes it can become bigger than what it actually is sometimes in your head, and you can take it a bit serious, but at the end of the day, it's about getting out there, playing the game you love in front of people that care about you and want to support you. And these guys, you know, the looks on their faces when they come up to us after the game is just, win or lose, it's a fun sport to play, man. It's cool to be a part of.
We keep on. I guess you'll sign 3 more autographs. Appreciate the time, Sam.
All right, thank you.
Well, Sam Timmins, he is very, very passionate about this team. He bleeds blue and gold. And he had that big battle with Romero Gill tonight, of course. Some big plays, both ends of the floor for Sam Timmins. How about that spin and finish? 17 points for the big man, 10 rebounds. And that feathery touch inside. What a win it was tonight for the Nuggets. And look at the kids down there with Slam and Sam putting up their shots. The stars of the future in the NZNBL. Nuggets home by 8. Don't go away. We'll be back to wrap it all up. Well, how big is basketball in Aotearoa in New Zealand Sunday night? And they have come in swarms here to Dunedin tonight. And they're very happy fans as well. The Nuggets getting home by 8. And how about Todd Withers tonight? He's busy signing autographs at the moment. Casey Frank is with him, and I reckon he's going to interrupt him for just one moment, Casey.
Well, Todd Withers, you're a busy man on the court. You're busy after the court. Lots of fans wanted to see your performance, but to me, it was what you guys did in that third quarter. Came out defensively, really took things over. What was the mindset as a team to come out and perform there?
Well, we went in the locker room, and the one thing we said, we wanted to try to make them uncomfortable. They're a really, really good team, and when they're comfortable, they make a lot of shots. So the one thing we try to do is come out in the third quarter and be a lot more aggressive, take them out of their stuff, and see if we could just make them uncomfortable.
And then after that, you guys got a nice little lead. They came back a little bit. They started to find some rhythm. And one more time, you guys had to dig deep. What is it about this team after a championship run last year that allows that mentality to ride out the roller coaster of the game and still finish strong?
Well, I mean, we got a big target on our back, one. But two, like, I mean, we don't want to leave it at last year. We want to come back this year and be just as aggressive as we was last year. Try to win another championship, but it starts with the defensive end. We guard everybody in this league. I feel like we'll have a chance against everybody, but it all starts with the defensive end.
And then as fans of New Zealand basketball come in, the fans in Otago, lovely to see you back. Around the rest of the league, maybe not so much. There's a bit of a problem there. But what was it about this team that brought you back for a second go-round?
As you can see, I love the fans. The fans are very supportive. Not to mention my teammates, like guys like Sam, Bards, Josh Aitchison. Then having new guys like Michael Harris and Ja'Cory, like coming in. It's a great place to be. I think Dunedin is great for basketball, so I was happy to come back.
Well, love your work, loved your performance today, and thanks for the time.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
A very happy Todd with us tonight. Let's have a look at the stats with thanks to TAB. Nothing really in the percentages. A little bit better from the TAB stripe for the Nuggets, going 13 of 15 tonight. Look at that rebound differential, though, +9 to the home team. And once again, offensive rebounds are real strength.
They really are, and it's surprising that the Nuggets are able to get 2 wins out of 2 games where they're shooting 24 and 25% from 3. But the big fellas in the defensive effort are what got it done, especially as you mentioned on that glass. 45 rebounds, actually controlling that aspect and holding the Sharks to just 11 attempts from the free throw line, showing great discipline on the defensive end.
Well, it has been a massive second round in the NZNBL. Huge for the Bulls with 2 wins on the road against the Saints and the Giants. The Airs turned disaster into heroics with a 2-point thriller against the Hawks, and I'm sure there'll be more talked about with that one throughout the week on Hoopheads and the Highlight Show. And then, of course, Sunday, the Jets by 4 against the Rams. Very, very happy camp amongst the Green Army, and it was the Nuggets tonight by 8. So this is what it means on the NZNBL. Casey, talk us through it.
Well, the Tuatara and the Otago Nuggets sitting on the catbird seat, 2 from 2. The Hawks disappointing finish for them last night from the 2-1. The Bulls, Rams, and Sharks sitting up there. But you look at the bottom, the Giants and Saints, not 2 teams that you often see at the bottom of the ledger.
Quick look ahead to round 3. This is what's ahead of us. Thursday night, Hawks and Rams. Friday night, Sharks, Tuatara. Double on Saturday, Bulls and Rams, Airs and Nuggets. And the Sunday action, Jets and Giants. And, of course, right back here on Prime and Sky for Sunday sesh, Saints and the Tuatara. But tonight, the Nuggets get the win. The fans are happy. They don't want to go home. It's been huge, hasn't it? Massive night for the Nuggets in front of their fans. They get home by 8. We'll see you next week. More NZNBL coming your way.